What's up? So I don't know if this is going to work. It's my first time trying this, but this was my master round and the St. Patrick's Day weekend round. I played Peter Johnson's guide. I don't think I hit any great shots, but this is the playthrough of what I did. So here we started with a rock and a P3 ball at max with the blue in the fairway, and then we put max top 3 left with the rock. I adjusted. This is a P3 ball at max. I adjusted and then switched balls, so this is a replay glitch with the ball switch. We went 1-to-1 with an 11:59 flick, and then center ball. Hit perfect. Bounces, rolls out nice. We're looking for 374 to 376. We got 375. For the second shot, we did a pin check with the Grizzly. Our +7, our base was 1-to-1 from the +7. 1 left, half a top spin with an 11:59 flick. So here I think I was at like the +2 or 3. So we went 1 left, half a top, did our pin check. We were at the +3. So we went 1-to-1 minus 0.4. So here I pulled 7.9 rings with an 11:59. Red top of the rough, ball guide, center cup. Hit perfect. Drops in center cup for the eagle. Hole number 2. This one here, we played a custom adjustment. So what we did is we put 5 side spin with a P0 ball and like 0.9 backspin, and then at complete min with the P0 ball, 5 right, like 0.9, just a couple clicks off of 1 backspin. Complete min distance, ball guide to the hole, through the hole, center cup. It's not showing it, but we're center cup because we started with a P0 ball, adjusted the custom adjustment. So 7-3, I adjusted 6.2 here with a 12:01, and then I switched to the P2 ball after my adjustment. I don't think I pulled enough 12:01 on this, is where I went wrong. Yeah, I think it needed a little more 12:01 on that shot. But that was hole 2. Hole 3. We got the Albie in the opening round. So shot 1, P0 20 max. We started with the APOC and a P2 ball, no move target. 2 right, 4.5 top. I used a different ball to start with here also that had 2 right spins, so I knew I had a solid 2 right. 2 right, 4.5 top. And then I switched to this precision Win 5 ball. P0 20 max with a 12:01. Full overpower, no curl. We're looking for 388 to 390. Here we got the 388. For the second shot, we play the Cataclysm, P2 at 0 elevation with 2 right spin and 1 top spin at slider where we're at in plus yards. So 2 right and 1 top. And then you want the third bounce in the middle, just above the middle of the fringe. I didn't have the ball guide with a Cataclysm 6, but with a 7 and an 8, I think you can see more of the ball guide. So that would have helped me a lot here. So at the plus 7, I played 96% slider with a 1201. I said I think I hit perfect on every shot this round. I don't think I hit great at all. Look at that. Just too much 1201, right? Maybe. I don't know. It was tough with not having the full ball guide on some of the shots. All right, hole 4. Hole 4. 1-to-1 minus 0.2. I started with a basic ball, and I did 2.8 backspin instead of 3 backspin, which probably made a little bit of a difference there, I think. So I set my spins with the basic ball to 3 backspin, and then I switched to a P4 ball. At min club, the yellow against the left rough at complete min. Then you can switch to any win 5 ball that you want. The adjustment was 1-to-1 minus 0.2. And there was like 5 wind angles. I don't have a grid lines, so it was hard for me to draw the line down, but I figured I was just right of that smallest rock there. So it says it needed 3 clicks of right curl. And I think I only did like 1 click of right curl. Now that looking at the wind angle again, I could see that I needed 3 clicks. So that's how we missed hole 4. But we did hit perfect, right? All right, hole 5. Hole 5, par 4. This one we're doing a rock switch to an APOC. Rock P1 ball, no move target. And then we switched to the APOC in a P2 ball with 1 right spin and 2 top spin. Here I started with a navigator to set my 1 right spin and then 2 top spin. Switched to the APOC in the P2 ball. And I adjusted P3 0% max with a 1201. Kind of pulled into this bush a little bit. I think my adjustment was like 5.4 or something like that, I think. And then we were looking for a rollout. This is center ball, no overpower, no curl. Looking for 325 to 326. Here we got 323, so we were a couple yards short of our target range. So the Grizzly here plays P2 minus 5% min, and we went off of what our Thorn opened up at in plus yards. So P2 minus 5 min. I think we opened up at the plus 4. Yep, at the plus 4. So we took our number, 7.7 was 5.6, and we added plus 0.4 to it, and we should have added plus 0.5, I believe, to this adjustment. And you're also supposed to have the yellow ring touching the edge of the rough with your ball guide through the hole. and I didn't have the ball guide through the hole, and or the yellow ring up there. I had the red ring, so it would have had more speed. It probably would have went in. I'm thinking. Hole 6, par 5. This was a quarterback setup, half the white ring at the top of the plus 15 with a P4 ball. So we went half the white ring at the top of the 15 with a P4 ball, switched to the APOC, and adjusted P3 0% max. Now, by doing this shot in the opening round and everything, you're supposed to do circle break OP, and I found that because I don't have all the top spin of an APOC 8 with the APOC 6, that I had to go 2 to 3 clicks of overpower. Oh, I think I did hit great right on this shot. Maybe this was, I didn't hit perfect every shot. Now that I remember, I didn't. So I did hit a great shot, but it was okay. It stayed safe. We were fine with that. In here, we're not trying to do anything but get the ball on the green. There's a curl shot. The second shot is P4 plus 35 with the cataclysm with 4 left and either 4.5 to 5.3 topspin. And you're supposed to set up with a cat at like the 0 yard and have your bounces. So what I did is I did the max one, the 5.3 top with 4 left. And what I did is I set up until I seen what the ball guide was doing on the guide, which looked exactly like that. So here, from the 0 at 64 slider, I think I added like 0.3 or 0.4 to my adjustment because I wasn't there. I was at the plus 6 and I pulled into overpower. So I did use some overpower and a little bit of left curl. And the guide was like 3/4 of the ball left curl, but I can't do it. So I just wanted to make sure we got on the green and had a safe shot. So it worked out good. We had a nice putt for eagle, and we just had to move on with that hole. Hole 7. What'd we do here? Oh, this was the par 3 with a rock. 1-to-1 plus 0.5 with 1.5 right and 1.2 backspin. And you're putting the green ring in the rough. Get my spin set. Green ring in the rough. And then you want to move over until the ball guide just hits the edge of the funnel. I didn't respin that. That's just a replay glitch. I got lost for a second. And this was 1-to-1 plus 0.5. So here I pulled 8.4 from my helicopter. So I missed this, so it was probably because of not having the exact adjustment correct. And then you're doing just before circle break underpower. Hit perfect. Oh, and you're supposed to push the rings like 631, which is a 1201 pull. So I'm not sure whether my pull angle is wrong or I missed 0.1. Like I said, not using a grid line. I'm adjusting from a helicopter, but I'm used to it, and that's how I do it. So hole 8. What did we do here? P4 0 max. This one I had to kind of do my own custom adjustment. So we went 1/3 of the white ring at max extension with the P3 top spin boost ball. So I did 1/3 of the white in the rough. And then I adjusted P4 0% max. And then I pushed up 3 rings, and I was only supposed to push up like 2 rings or 2.5 rings. Something like that. I think I was supposed to push up 2 rings, and I pushed up 3. Put max topspin on it, and then max OP and curl so the center of the bottom of the tee is halfway through the shot circle. Here it looks like I probably had a little bit too much curl. We did hit perfect. Now we've been on the green, but I clipped that rough right there, which was fine. We ended up right here on the pad anyway, which was better than the rough. I used the rapier, so I just played it at the regular EB rule. P3, 20% at slider. Figured out where I was, and I was well short of max. I figured about 1 point, maybe 20%. So I took my max number. I came back and I did end up using some topspin to it because I didn't like how it was sitting like that and I wanted to see. So I think what I did is I played max and then added like 0.5 to it, to the adjustment. Or maybe I added 1.5. I can't remember exactly what it was, what the adjustment was. But it was the EB rule. So it was P3, 20% at slider, which is a little bit more than slider. And that was hole 8. Hole 9. This is APOC. P3, 10% mid. We're playing with the same ball we just played with, the Lion ball, the P3 with the top spin boost. Here we went with half of our blue ring, not a third. I did a third, and I ended up in the left rough once. So I moved over and made it half of the blue at the bottom of the plus 4 yard mark with 1 right and 4 top spin. P3, 10% mid. Pulled the rings. And I figured out probably the reason why. Now this is max right curl, circle, drop OP. The APOC 8 has a little bit more curl. So I think the reason I kept ending up in the left rough, because I did practice this hole a few times. Here I hit great left. But because I put that half the blue, it kept me great left safe, so to say, I guess. Just practicing the shots, you know what I mean? It's nice having the elevation and having an idea of what way to go with it. For shot 2, we played P3, 10% mid. And we want to be somewhere around the 0 yard mark. So here I did max top with 1 left spin, as much as I could get. I tried to figure out where the 0 was, and then I pulled back just a little bit to give myself a little bit more room for adjusting. And again, I pulled P3, 10% mid distance. And then you go max OP, no curl. I thought we had a chance for a second, and then I knew once it was in that other light row, we needed to be 1 light row over. But we came in nice. We gave it a chance, right? So we hit perfect and gave it a chance. All right, hole 10. Hole 10, we did a quarterback APOC switch, P0, 20 max. We played it with a P2 ball the whole way. So with the P2 ball and the quarterback, it was red ring in the fairway at max distance. So there you go, red in the fairway. Switch to the APOC, and it was max top spin and 2 left spin for me with the APOC 6. Now it's max top spin with the APOC 8 too, so I don't get the rollout to get to the B52. So I couldn't play the B52 shot because every time I ended up at the same yardage. I was 20 yards short. Your target yard should be 365 to 368. And I'm ending up at like 341, 343 because I don't have the top spin. So, see, 344 I was there. So I figured out that with the cat in the bag, I can play P2 15% min, exactly min, P2 15 min with one backspin with the Cataclysm. So I did one backspin. And then you want the red ring so it's just hanging out of the last bit of rough. Ball guide to the hole. You see how I have it just out of the rough there? Ball guide to the hole. And I adjusted P2 15% min. Center ball, hit perfect. The B52 shot, there's a pin check if you get the longer rollout spot, but I've made this with the Cataclysm every time for that shot. Hole number 11. Hole number 11, we do a Sniper Guardian switch. There's like 5 different wind angles. I thought I was in the black wind angle. So we're doing 3 right, 2.2 backspin. 3 right with 2.2 backspin. And then we want the blue ring in the fairway, ball guide aimed at the hole. Then we switch to our Guardian. P1 25 max. So 7, 8, I had to adjust 9.1 rings with my Guardian. And according to my wind angle coming straight down, I'm about over that green bush, a little bit right of the green bush even, which is well out of where the thing was. So I probably needed left curl, a couple clicks of left curl, I think, because I was way right, and all the left side of where I was, see, my wind angle was wrong. Whatever it was I did was wrong because I've made the shot. All right, hole number 12. Hole 12 for the drive, P020 max. We did a rock. We started with a P2 ball the whole way. Rock, blue ring in the fairway at the +0. Now, by playing this one, I did at the bottom of the +1. It's probably the same as the 0, but that's where I ended up setting it, was at the bottom of the +1. To give myself that little bit of extra for the top spin, maybe. 2 right, max top spin. P0, 20 max. So we set up at the rock, blue ring at the 0, switch to the APOC. Max top 2 right, full overpower. And I did just outside the ring, so there's a little bit of green showing between the ring. Max overpower with that much curl. Now, in the guide it shows it touching, but again, by playing it, I noticed that I needed a little bit more to the right. We wanted 365 to 370, so here we were short again, but that's because of the lack of topspin. We tried to make up for it the best we could, to give it the best chance we could. So the second shot's Cataclysm, P2, 0% at slider. There's a bunker check. So I think here I was at the +7, so I played it at 83% slider. 3 left, 7 top. I noticed right there I was like a click or two above the 7 top spin. With a Cat 6, it's red ring by the bunker and red ring close to the rough. And you want a 1201. I want to say it was like 4.4 rings. And I know I pulled into overpower about half a ring, so I did give it a little bit of overpower. Again, we hit perfect. So we've had one great shot so far. That little bit of extra top spin probably kept that ball from rolling left. Just saying that's might have been the reason, because I had too much top spin. Hole 13, P2 35 max. Again, we're starting it with a P4 ball and a sniper at min distance, or at max distance. Sniper at max distance with the red ring in the fairway with a P4 ball. Half a right spin, 1.5 backspin. This was a P4 ball start. I switched balls after my adjustment. So that's why it's showing quarterback and all that. But it's red ring at max distance with the sniper. So it would be the plus 17 with a P4 ball. Make your adjustment, then you can switch balls. Again, there was wind angles. Depending on where we were at in the bunker, I was about a third of in the bunker. I want to say I put 2 right clicks on here. Maybe I didn't put any. Maybe I played at center because I was only a third into the bunker. So I don't think I did any clicks. And I needed a couple clicks of left curl, the black angle. So, wind angle. Hole 14. Hole 14, P0 20 max. This was a no move target with a rock and a P1 ball. And then we switched to the APOC and the P2 ball. So rock P1 ball, no move target. Switched to the APOC P2 ball. 3 right, 2 top. Adjustment was P0 20 max, 1159. And then just center ball. We were looking for 329 to 331. And we got 331. So the second shot we played with the Falcon, which we're really not used to, but we played it with the Falcon. 7 top, 2 right, P1 0% at slider. So we went 7 top and 2 right. It looked like 1.9 right. Ball guide through the hole. The plus 2 was 96% slider. So P1 0% at 96 slider. With a 1201. And here it looks like I had an 1159. We did have a strong wind. And I think I still missed it right. So to me, I think it needed like a solid 1159. Because I still missed it right. So either a different adjustment by 0.1 more adjustment maybe would help on that one. Hole 15. This one we sent it. So P0. Now in the guide it says P0 20 max. I played it P0 15 max with the APOC 6. P5 wind 0 ball setup. I did a third of the yellow in the rough. We had a low wind, 16.8. So this was a P5 wind 0 ball setup. I adjusted P0 15 max. And then I spun around. I pushed up 7.2 rings. Switched to the P3 ball. 4 top spin boost, and I think I did like 0.8 right. 0.8, 0.9 right with 4 top spin boost. Max OP, and I curled so the tip of the triangle was right underneath the center of the T. And I hit another great. So there's 2 greats. So I totally lied about the perfect shots. But it hits nice there, hits nice there, and we ended up on the fringe, on the fairway, by the fringe. From there, it was just a chip shot rapier for the Albie. I wasn't messing around, so I put what top spin I knew, and I played it P3 minus 35% at min club. I think I actually spun around here and adjusted even. I did. I try not to mess around with adjustments. I know they say you can just aim here or aim there, but I try to do the best I can do, you know. Another great shot. Boy, it wasn't a round of perfects, that's for sure. So we got the albatross there. Hole 16, this was a rock, 1-to-1 plus 1 ring. 1-to-1 plus 1 ring. 1.5 right spin and 0.8 backspin. 0.8, 0.9 backspin. 1.5, and then I went like 0.9 backspin. Last pixel of rough, and you want the ball guide on the edge of the left side of the hole. I seen that I didn't get the flick, so I put it back, made sure we were flicked. So here it was 1-to-1 plus 1, so I pulled 8.5 with a 12.01. Center ball. Hit perfect. Center cup, beautiful speed, nice shot. Hole 17. Hole 17, P0 20 max, 1 right with 7 top spin. Rock, no move target. You're starting with a P2 ball, rock, P2 ball, no move target. Switching to the APOC. 7 top, 1 right. P0 20% max with an 1159. Made the adjustment. Center ball, no OP, no curl. Same as we did on the front 9. Here we were looking for 388. And we got to roll out to 385. So we were short. So we've been ending up short, and it hasn't mattered no matter what. So here you can play the Falcon or the Thorn. The adjustment is P2 10% at slider with half of left spin, 4.5 top spin, 1159 pull. If you're playing with the Falcon, if you're at the +3, that's 98% slider. You can figure it out from there. Myself, I've been to where I've been playing the Grizzly every time. I played the same adjustment, P2 10% at min. P2 10% at min. So I set right up at complete min and just spun the ball to whatever I needed to get the ball guide through the hole. Move around a little bit, make sure where we need to be. Center cup. And I played P2 10% min. and I wanted a 1201. The guide says 1159 with the Falcon, but here I wanted to make sure I had like a 12, like almost straight pull. As straight as you could get it straight. Center ball. Hit perfect. Oh, we're finishing strong. Albie Eagle, Eagle. Finishing strong. Hole 18, last hole of the tournament. P020 max. And it's not great safe. Oh, never mind. Wrong thing. Wrong hole. Sorry. So, hole 18, P020 max. No move target with a P4 ball. 2 right spin. And I did 3 back spin. 2 right with 3 back. Just because I've rolled into that rough. P020 max with a P4 ball. We're going to stay with the P4 ball. 1201. And then right curl to the outside of the triangle. Circle drop OP. Again, I went just past it. Just to make my great left safe, just in case. There's more room to the right than there is to the left. Because we hit way back good. And there's definitely room there. So we got to roll out 336. For the second shot, we played P4 15% at slider. With 4 top spin and 1 right spin. And with the APOC 8, it's red ring in the rough, blue ring touching the bunker. So here I did part of the red in the fairway and part of the blue in the bunker. And I added a little bit more top spin too, I think. 4.2 or 4.1 top spin. 4.1 top spin is what I ended up going with. So I went part of the red and half of the blue because my rings are bigger than the Cataclysm 8. So P4 15 at slider. I was at the 16, so I adjusted 96% slider. Full OP. Hit perfect. You want a 1201 pull. I don't know if I had exactly a 1201 pull. I'm thinking if I would add a little bit more 1201 pull, we might have made this. A little more 1201 pull, we might have made this. So that was my round of the St. Patrick's Day Master Tournament. And as of right now, we're sitting in 5th place with a 30. So we had a 15 qualifier, a 29 opening round. We did better there, yeah. And then the weekend round, we missed 4, 5, 13, and 14. We only made 4 there, so either way, we bettered our card by 1. 34 is leading it right now. I want to say Tay is in here. There's Terry. We know Terry. Probably know other people too. But we'll go down through here real quick and look. See if we know anybody. I want to say Tay was in here. I can't remember which account it was though. Can't remember. I think Tay was in this one. That does the master guides with Fenzel. Maybe that was my other bracket. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. I appreciate you watching the playthrough. Love y'all. Have a good rest of your week. Good luck in the mini next week, and we'll see you on the flip side. Peace.